Ark survival evolved, and a new map is on the horizon. Journey with us as our survivor undertakes a great task to explore this new exotic land. Beauty unparalleled, it is truly a sight to behold. Join us as he discovers the mysteries of this land and what gems it has in store, such as the underground oasis, to the lofty reaches of the White Cliffs. In this new installment of Ark Valguero. As we join our survivor, we see he has nicknamed the base the Roost. He has been putting a great deal of effort into upgrading his home. Though the lower half still has yet more work to be done, he climbs and ascends to his penthouse suite. Look at this sexy climb. Beautiful. Upon reaching the top, we can clearly see this will be his workstation, and he has a view for days. This little ledge shall provide a much-needed platform for any flying dinosaurs he wishes to bring up here. He descends into the lower half, which is his living quarters. Made cosy by the shag rug, he can get jiggy with it in the beds. He flies out to give us an overhead view. It's coming along nicely. However, that is not the only thing our survivor has been up to since last episode. He now has more Deinonychus, with the help of his accomplice, Minty. Our survivor demonstrates the roar and capacity of these pack animals as they cling to a giant brontosaurus. Being the pack leader, he gains additional attack and can also command his army to take down even the biggest threat. The Deinonychus also apply a bleed effect, particularly more useful for the larger dinosaurs with more health. Lockskey now has his sights set on taming an Ankylosaurus. He has heard tales that this Ankylosaurus is particularly good dino to help him gather metal. And the taming festivities has begun. The Ankylosaurus is not much of a sprinter. Clearly no Usain Bolt. singing it a sweet lullaby with toxic arrows. He finally knocks it out, and the Triceratops decides to be nosy. After a long wait through the night, he finally tames it. Lockskey now has his sights set on crafting a new item. However, he needs to bring Fluffy the Deinonychus along with him, as this journey may be dangerous and the items are quite rare. This is the cave entrance to the underground oasis. Parking up the raft, he takes Fluffy and proceeds cautiously on foot. Crystals seem to store and radiate light. Mushrooms sparkle. Perhaps our survivor will find a Smurf. He scans the area to see any potential threats. A tech raptor and a pack of ravagers are lurking nearby. Best to try and avoid those. After descending further into this underground oasis, he finally finds the creature he's looking for. A giant mole rat. It has a chance, when it unearths itself, to bring up crystals, and it's the blue ones he's looking for. He decides to wait. A pack of raptors lunges and takes him off Fluffy. And Lockskey hits the dirt. Having taken Bogey to get the raft, it now taunts him, being just out of reach. However, time is of the essence. Fluffy is still down there and in mortal danger. He decides to take another Deinonychus, and much more prep is needed, it appears. He crafts up armor capable of sustaining such damage. And now he looks like that of a knight from the Round Table. Having arrived at the underground oasis, or also now known as the underground hellhole, the race is on to save Fluffy. The large green beacon indicates where he died last. And thankfully, Fluffy is relatively unscathed. Though this is an underground hellhole, it is rather quite stunning. He spots a blue light in the distance. Perhaps the blue gems may be there. But yet a Kano jumps in with a surprise attack. However, they quickly finish him off. Upon closer inspection, he realizes there are no blue gems in the area. However, there is a giant metal structure which could indicate alien life. Perhaps Spock is nearby. More exploration is needed in order to find these elusive blue gems. He falls a great distance. However, one of the perks of the Deinonychus is they take no fall damage. They are ambushed by a pack of ravagers. Lockskey has lost the unnamed Deinonychus and tries to retrieve it. The situation grows tense, and a battle is now underway. He realizes he may not win this fight, so decides to flee. However, the unnamed Deinonychus has died. Please write F in the chat below to pay your respects for the Deinonychus, known for saving Fluffy. Though the unnamed Deinonychus has died, the journey must go on. After a long time of wandering around in this underground ecosystem, he is lost, but yet discovers a pearl, a loot crate, giving him the much needed blue gems he requires. He has also discovered another gigantic mole rat. Another loot crate drops in, and he is rewarded with some glow sticks. He can use those later at a rave. The mole rat has provided gems, and now begins the long journey back home. Back to the safety of the raft, he can now craft the item that this has all been for. Lockskey now believes he is Batman, here to rid us of all the Pegos from Ark. Beware, Peggos. He is coming for you. Our survivor has set his sights on taming an Argentavis, or known as the giant eagle. However, the area situated is quite dangerous, so he must be cautious. He hits one, and the taming begins. The battle to knock this prehistoric bird out will prove to be difficult. And the situation escalates as another Argentavis joins the fray. Having lost sight of them, he must now identify the one which he is trying to tame. Being close to nearly being knocked out, it begins to flee. The Argentavis, otherwise known as the Argy, has managed to escape, and Lockskey is unsuccessful on this occasion. After a short while of searching, he finds another, and begins the dance. However, he is attacked by two Daedons, known as pigs or hogs. to deny him on this occasion. Searching for a little longer, he discovers another Argentavis. Perhaps this time he will be successful. Having learned from a previous attempt, he realizes he must take out the other Argentavis, which has joined the fight. And he does so by latching onto it, one of the Deinonychus' special abilities. After all of that hard work, he has killed it. He spots another and gets attacked by a wolf at the same time. He's not having much luck. After having a moment and having a think about it, he decides to play it smart and build a trap. Perhaps this will aid him in taming an Argentavis. He checks to see if the Deinonychus can go through the trap and realises he must do this on foot. Being careful not to aggro the mammoth, he moves in and draws the Argy away. Success. However, Fluffy believes he's in danger and comes to defend him. Placing him on passive, it is now time to knock out the Argy. Some time later, and it finally is unconscious. Now all that remains is for him to place meat in its inventory and play the waiting game. Fantastic! Our survivor has now finally managed to tame the overgrown pigeon. Beautiful. Now all that remains is the long journey home. If you can think up of a name for this Argentavis, please leave it in the comments below. If you didn't find yourself enjoying this one, please be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you.